Alright, Guardians, it is Ebontis back here for attempt number 3 for my Icebreaker, and also to knock out this last Nightfall of the week. We've got Winter's Run. Modifiers, we've got our Berserk, Small Arms, the crucial one here, bring a solid Scout Rifle. It's going to serve you pretty well. Chaff, and Match Game. I run it with my Warlock, figured I'd have a little bit of fun with Stormcaller, get that nice little lightning damage. Then for Scout Rifle of all time, Jade Rabbit, hits like a truck, may as well enjoy it. We've got Devil's Dawn and Titanium Orchid. Going with the arc damage here because there are a few captains and also centurions that you need that arc damage for. Just to go ahead and knock those out pretty quickly, just because Match Game, you may as well have those. Not too many other benefits for having solar. There's one captain you could have solar for. And then I think there's not really much for Void, so go with arc, it's probably going to serve you best. Outside of that, just some impossible machines over here. And for my Stormcaller, just going pretty standard. Storm Grenade, Superconductor, Chain Lightning. Honestly, you kind of got different options here, but figured Chain Lightning if I absolutely have to. We've got Arcane Spirit, so Battle Recovery and Toughness maxed as always. Transcendence for that full long-term Storm Trance, and then Arc Web for that grenade spread damage. Pretty straightforward build here, guys. Nothing too crazy. Let's jump on in. I'll cut back in as soon as I load. Alright guys, as soon as you jump in, get on that Sparrow and get moving quickly. You guys know there's a few enemies in the Ember Caves area. There's a few enemies around there, but I wouldn't spend too much time killing them. Mostly just because you don't want to waste too much time in general, as this is one of the, not longer strikes per se, but you definitely are not going to be just like, you know, finish this thing in like 10 minutes. If you do, you're probably better than me, and that's fine too, but yeah. So once you jump in, depending on what spawns in, you could have some enemies to deal with. Grenade might work, but whatever it is, you can throw a grenade, go for a couple enemies, and that's fine. But I wouldn't worry too much about killing too many. Take what you can get, and then just move on. Now as you come around the corner down here, you'll be heading towards the respawn zone. Respawn zone. Apparently a little voice crack there, but that's fine. And then if you get here just in about the right amount of time, you should potentially have a grenade up as you creep up around this corner. Throw one grenade into the back there. Try and pull all those guys into it. Most of them should take the shot. And you should have the last couple of drag left. Finish them with a melee and you're good to go. Now next I would tell you guys to come around this corner and see what you can do. Try and activate this grenade here. You can shoot that one, so turn around, try and get these guys taken out quickly. You're going to have a few snipers in the back. You do want to pick those off pretty quickly. Again, everything seems to be pissed at me right now. I wasn't even shooting you. Not as much at least. Now there's going to be a Minotaur down below somewhere. You do want to try and find and track him down. But the big one, of course, is the sniper first. Now if he puts up a shield, it gets annoying. Stare at him, wait for him for a minute. Almost got him. He'll creep back out and then you just pick him off. Now down below here, as I said, you're going to have the Minotaur. Pick him off. He's going to take a little bit of work. It's not the easiest one to drop. Once you get him down though, shouldn't be nearly as bad. Minotaur is down. Then over to my left is where the Scions are going to come in. You can take those guys out with one nice grenade. Should make it a pretty smooth run there. If you got any extra, just make sure you're reloaded as you come up the hill. Take out these grenades as you get close. And then again, just as you get close, shoot one, and then just make it a speedy run here. Once you get up here, you should have a couple of Vandals. You should be able to take both of those out. Shoot those as you get close. Watch out for those Vandal shots. Now, around here, you're going to have some Scions. What you can do is try and get a grenade, try and group them all up. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you'll get most of them. If you got a straggler, no big deal. Just come around the back corner here. Just keep in mind you might have one or two that got away from you. Just look behind you. Pick them off. Now, up and around this corner, you're going to have a few enemies to deal with here. So try and pick them off as they come to you, not to really let them split. Should be about 3 or 4 of them, and then just keep pushing on up. Now, the next section is going to be the wave section. Now, in my previous videos that I posted up, one already and the other one's in process, I only had like 2 enemies spawn, so I got through it quickly. The only problem with that is I didn't have that many enemies to kill for points, so I was kind of skirting the time bonus to make the gold medal. Now I got the gold medal, so it still seemed to manage, but it's just one of those things. When you have more enemies here, it actually may help you. Especially if you can get something like a giant super kill bonus and things like that. So, we'll see if we get the enemies to spawn here. Hopefully we do. Now down here you'll have plenty of enemies that spawn in. Quite a few around these corners, lots of scions. So let them creep up to you. You should be able to get your fair share. If they split, no big deal. Just keep working them down. And then, hey, if you get a rampage, then bonus on top of that. What's up, Glaucoma? Thanks for joining me in stream, guys, who are out there. Next thing you guys want to do is deal with your vandals over here. You got 3 of them. Try and pick them off quick. If you get them all, perfect, wonderful. Now, once you get those 3 down, make sure your health is up. What you can do is come up here on top of this little rock, see how the world is looking. Try and find a good place to jump up and land. Nice place to do it is on top of the captains if you can get them connected. And enjoy your landfall bonus. Get that health spread, and that nice little boost going. Take out the captains, and then just start working them down. Just take out everything you can. Lots of things should go down together. Finish off the last couple stragglers who are out there. We got everything charged up. You should have a pretty lengthy super here. Now try not to die in this little part. That'd be unfortunately pretty stupid and painful. So once all that's done, all the enemies should be there, and the ghost will tell you that you need to open the door. So, come up here. We should have the waves of enemies. Seems to be my case for the morning. It just seems to be an early morning thing when I glitch Nightfall, so I guess there's an advantage for you guys if you want to try it. Now, you've got a couple of options coming up. There are going to be enemies that spawn. Now, if the enemies spawn right up here on the first wave, you're going to have the Vandals up here. Second wave, the Vandals are going to be in a different section. So, keep that in mind. You're going to have quite a few Vandals to deal with. Looks like I do have some rockets to deal with, though, so I can actually take advantage of that. Get them all collected up. Enjoy some quick deaths. I almost got a heavy rampage there. So you're also going to have some Minotaurs down there. Do not forget about those. They're going to be on the painful side. Minotaurs we know hurt, especially when they're pissed. So, try and find those guys. Track them down. Try and use the cover that you can. Right here you can see their arc shot is barely hitting the ledge in front of me. It's kind of a nice thing to take advantage of if you can do it. Now there's quite a few guys going down. Nice streaks there. I'm just shooting at this point into all the destruction. It's pretty crazy down there. But you got about 3 Minotaurs to take out. So keep working them. Try and find what you can to shoot. Again, sometimes you're just shooting blind. Now if they come charging up this hill, I would try and really get ready to tag them before they creep up here too fast. They're going to hurt if they get too close. Now that was one. I've got one more coming up. Again, watch their shots. They're painful. Alright, that's all 3. Now we've got the second one. Here we go. Now this is the point where throw the grenade, try and get those guys to get staggered a little bit. Now if they're dumb enough to pop out of their little chamber there, then that's fine. But I should be able to stagger them with my primary. Now these guys hurt, so just keep in mind, if they come charging to you, you just want to be ready to tag them. Try and tag them. There you go. See, they're going to do that whole stuff. Gold seems to be around 50. I've got to check my second one, but we'll see. But again, keep tagging these guys, keep strafing them as you do. You want to take them out before their shield comes back up. These 3 guys, you can take them out kind of on their own, which is nice. Turn around here, get your rockets reloaded, see what is down below. Might have a collection of enemies down there, which it looks like I do. Have some fun. Then you're going to have some hobgoblins down there as well. Now what you can do, if you get these guys nicely collected, is go for the super crazy melting session here. Hobgoblins are going to be a good one to kill this way. Take them out completely. Should have finished them off and opened the door. Come through here, pick up any ammo you got, and then just run forward. Looks like I'm good on ammo. Don't even need that thing. As you run up the hill, this one is just sometimes one that I seem to get stuck on terrain. So here we go. 22 minutes, not too bad even on timing wise, and still got 22,000 points. Now if I run through that one before by killing like 2 guys, a lot less points, but I'm definitely better on time, so it's kind of a toss-up. Once you get to the Ashen Coves, jump on your Sparrow, and you pretty much want to drive the whole thing. You can, should be okay. As long as you don't hang out too long, pretty much just drive straight through and you'll be fine. There's snipers on the left. You should be lower than those. You should be driving by the mines quick enough, and then just keep strafing a little bit here, drive through these guys, and you should be okay. It's not too bad. You can spend some time there, but I really wouldn't. I haven't done that yet, and I don't think the points are worth it. Just because they're so spread out and they're kind of staggered, it's not one that you can just sit there and melt with the super. There's also a lot of bigger enemies, so it's not one that I would advise doing as well. Now one thing you can do is come around this blight, try and throw a grenade up on top there. Get that one working, see how many guys die from that one. Looks like I only got like 1, thanks to everybody shielding each other. What you want to try and do is pick off the enemies that are out there. You got 1 captain out there, but I really wouldn't worry about him too much. Your main piece you want to worry about for one is this blight. And then the enemies on the upper deck. Now there's also going to be a Minotaur in the back. Now there's the enemies on the upper deck. Now, depending on how many shield guys are up, that's going to be the annoying part of this one. Because the shields do tend to stop your fun. Ow. Seriously? Stop shielding. It's kind of annoying. So that's why I try and throw a grenade up there, get the goblins if I can, and then finish everything else off quickly. Now, the Minotaur is going to be in the back somewhere. Now, if you can sit there and tag him and find him, you might be able to work him from a couple different angles. But if you can kill him from farther away, it's going to save you a little bit of anguish, because I typically don't kill the captain. I just work the Minotaur. So if he's already damaged, I can come up top, see if I've got any ammo, which maybe not there, who knows. And then see if you can find a shot on the Minotaur. If you can tag him, that's just, I'm used to looking for him. That's the only reason I can actually even tell he was there. In the video, I don't even know if you guys can tell that one. But, come up here, pick this one off, and we'll be towards the boss room. 20 minutes to go, not too bad on timing. Actually, probably better than I've done before. And 25,000 points going in. Now, you only need about 50. You got plenty of enemies to kill in here. You can use your super to get a little bit up as well. Super is almost charged, so what I might do is sit up here, try and find one enemy or something like that that's going to be doing some shielding. You got a Centurion over there. And then what I'm going to do is just go ahead and turn around, activate the super, piss this guy off with my landfall fun, and enjoy the rest of the mayhem. Now, there's going to be a captain down below. This is the other main target that you want to focus on. He's going to hurt. He's going to be pissed. You want to really focus your damage you can on him. Try and find these guys here, but again, try not to get stuck and die. Damn it. Well, I made it in there. Almost got there. Oh well. Do this one again a little quicker, but at least I got to the boss room, so not that big of a deal. I don't have my super to go quite as quickly, but that's okay. Got a little aggressive, pushed a little too far up, so don't make my mistakes. Again, you'll have the Centurion over there. If you can get him out of the realm of his shields, that'll be nice, because then if that Centurion goes down, the rest of this is mostly just going to be the captain. And that red bar Centurion's really not too shabby. Look for the goblins, try and pick those off, and again, just work stuff down from this corner back here. You're going to have some thrall that warp in, so keep an eye on those. They're going to be around. Now, one thing you could do, jump up, use a rocket if you can find that captain. Try and have him, I don't even know how, I hit nothing there. I hit absolutely nothing. So, that's talent, but, you know, takes skill to absolutely whiff if you're going after a giant object like a captain, but hey, what are you going to do? That one shouldn't be a whiff. That one should hopefully lower his shield down. Those guys might be able to keep his shield down for a minute while I deal with these retards. Alright, now if that shield is still down, I might be able to get some work done on the captain. Nope, shield, well, it's partially down. Now the captain's going around like a crazy man. He warps like everywhere at this point. Again, everybody's shooting me though. They're not really shooting each other, which would be nice if that was a little more consistent. Alright, captain. Yep, he's just everywhere. He's all over the place. Captain's your big one, big pain in the rear end, but if you can get his shield down, nice scout rifle shots should take him out. Last couple of goblins should be all you need. Check for any ammo that's around. You may or may not get some, you never know. But if you've got primary, that's always a good thing to grab. Now, as soon as you touch this right here, you're going to spawn the boss in. You're going to hear him coming in. When he spawns, you can throw a grenade, maybe get that little kickoff going, and start putting those shots into him. Now, keep backing up. You want to get back behind this wall over here. And he's going to slowly work his way around this corner and just kind of work him over there. Now from here you can have some scions spawn in over here. Not that big of a deal. Usually 3, 4 if they split. Not a big deal if they do. Just let them come to you, and there you go. Now if your grenade comes up by the time this time again, throw it right around this corner where the boss is going to be. Let the grenade kill the boss and usually 3 scions. If you see all 3 scions pop up, you're in good shape. Then pretty much you just want to back your head to the wall and then start putting some damage into the boss up here. Sometimes it's a little hard to get those continual shots on him. Sometimes you get that nice little action here. I will be checking for the icebreaker after this one, guys. So there'll be a first one to open, see if I get it. Probably have to check the postmaster since everything's going to be full, but we'll give it a go. Thank you guys for the well wishes there on the icebreaker. It's always nice to have a little love coming my way. What you're trying to do is get him down basically a quarter damage. It's kind of hard to tell where that is, so you want to listen for that audio cue to know that more enemies are going to spawn. When that happens, he also does come around and start working to the other side of the map. Now, depending on the angle he's at, okay, there's the cue. You can see the audio, the spawn in. You got some of these scions over here, and you're also going to have the boss working his way across the map. Now, some of these guys may be splitting or spawning or whatever it is, but you're going to have some scions around. You're also going to have the boss being all sorts of ticked off. till you move him. Couple scions. Come on. Oh, we got some split. A little extra points. It's fine with me. You just keep throwing those. Just you keep doing you. I'm going to chunk a grenade at his face since he's going to go all the way across. Can I actually tag him? I hit something. That's all I know. Now there's a Minotaur out in the middle. So the first one was just Scions. Now you got Scions and a Minotaur. Now it's just one, but he is a major Minotaur, so he does hurt. Keep that in mind. If you get tagged, just come up here. He's going to shoot for a minute. You'll kind of reset him if you come up top as well. He's going to continue that firing going. Doesn't give you much of a chance to get some health back. So if you come up here, you're going to kind of stop him from doing that continual firing, give you a chance to find him first. So creep out slowly, look for that stealthy figure that's going to be out there somewhere. It can be anywhere all the way across. Now if you can't find him, jump up in the air. You will find him over there. Now again, yep, look for that Minotaur. He's going to be around. He also does have the ability to warp. Now once that Minotaur is down, it's not too bad. Going to have a couple Scions over here. Watch for those. Again, if they split, just a few extra points for you. Boss is going to be on the other side of the map. Not really a big factor. Looks like I've got some ammo, which is nice. I'm going to pick that up. And if you got a grenade, you might toss it up in there, see if you can get a nice collection of any random enemies that are around there, which could be. Or you also might just take out the Blight. But looks like I got another enemy. Now, the fun part from here is trying to find the boss. Now, this is where time becomes one of those things you have to somewhat manage. Now, from here, you can see I can barely see a boss. But if I'm up here and firing, you can tell that I've kind of got the attention of a few other things. Enemies, and if you're up here, then you'll start to be able to pull the boss. Now from here, you've got a couple options. You can come up here and get away from this one, then work your way down a little bit, come away from the next one. You want to pick off all the Scions so you're not really dealing with anything else back there. And then again, keep throwing grenades if you can, get those going. But again, take out the Scion so you don't have to worry about much. And then again, just keep going up and down here. Use the cover if you need it. And just keep floating back and forth. You've got a decent vantage point up there. Ow, tagged on that one. And hey, if you whiff, too bad. No big deal. He's going to be around. Just keep working the cover, working the angles. He's going to get to where he can shoot you. And if you keep strafing, you'll keep working the angles. Even this right back here, just working back and forth behind the rock. Any of these angles are going to be effective. You're just trying to get him to half health. Unfortunately, there's not a speedy, really good way to do it. But just one of those things you kind of have to try and do. Now, as I've got some heavy ammo there, I can actually blow some rocket ammo, which is nice. Get him to come up. Now, rockets are still fairly effective, but as you can tell, my freaking primary is hitting just about as hard. Now, the nice thing about the Jade Rabbit, go for a few bodies and get that nice headshot. You can even go body, head, body, head. And just keep working the ammo department. Do what you can. If you come up here, make sure your rockets are reloaded. Get one of those on him quick. Get that nice little burst. Maybe throw a grenade up in there, see what you can do. Just get all the damage you can on him. And you're basically waiting for that audio cue that he's spawning more enemies, that the Blights are coming in. There's the audio cue. You want to pull back at that point. Make sure you're in a pretty safe spot. You're going to have some hobgoblins out there, so you don't really want to be exposed in dealing with snipers. Now you're going to be dealing with some goblins that are going to run across. Try and pick any of those off that you can. Sometimes you'll get them, sometimes you won't. Silver contender at 36,000. I usually always get gold contender when I finish the boss, so I don't know the exact numbers. But the other piece is here. Now, of course, if he's immune, this is annoying, the annoying part of all of this. But if he's not immune, finish this guy off. This guy's annoying. The major goblins really will slow you down. Grab some ammo. But watch out for the hobgoblins. These guys in the back, they're going to be somewhat annoying, and if they're shielded, they're even worse. But you'll have some guys back there. Try and take those out. When they go down, make sure you hide behind those rocks. Wait for their hobgoblin shots to go. You're going to have some guys that are going to take a little time to get to you because they're coming from the other side of the map. So keep that one in mind as well, be it hobgoblins or anything else. There are some that are going to come from the different side. But this time, boss is going to be literally right around the corner again. So he's right over here. So keep that in mind. Round 1 and round 3, he's on this side. Round 2 and 4, he's on the other side. You just kind of have to manage that. Now, depending on where you stand, he's been in different places. But if you're over here where I'm at, it's usually where he sits. Now, this upper deck is pretty clear, but you're also going to have some snipers up here. If you can take them out as well, make sure you're hidden when their little suicide shots come at you. Should be just 2 or 3 of them. And then at this point, same principle as before. Just try and get that angle on him and start putting those shots into his dome. This section does tend to be pretty quick and easy, just because you don't have as much to do with once you've cleared the enemies out. As you can tell, his head is bouncing all over the place, but I'm getting some reasonable, consistent shots on him, which is nice. 7,000 a pop, pretty effective gun. If you can thread the needle with a grenade right through there, that's going to get some Dexter bonus damage, which is good. Take what I can get. May as well use the grenades so they keep recharging. Now, if you want, you can pull out your sniper, try and get some shots in his dome that way. You might get more damage than you think with that one, because I'm using Devil's Dawn. Definitely a high-impact sniper. Just a good way to get some quick damage on him. And save you some primary ammo, which you're going to need anyway. Once he starts moving, you're going to have the fun part. This is where the Centurions are coming in. Make sure you got some rockets. I actually got 2 that I'm going to save, and then I'm also going to have my super, and then potentially heavy ammo synth. Centurions are going to be the main annoyance of this entire section now. Those Centurions get to be a royal pain in my rear end. Our Axiom bolts get to be basically a big drag. So you want to take out anything that can shield, because that's going to make it even harder to take the Centurions out. But if the Goblin's, shielding something, and then he comes around the corner, then hopefully you can drop him pretty quickly, and only have to deal with 1 Centurion at a time is even better. And this is Big Boy. You want to take him out pretty fast. If you can take down his shield, you should be able to work him down with that primary fairly quickly if he doesn't run away too far. You really want to keep aggressive on this guy, though. Quicker you can take him out, less of these Axiom bolts you've got to deal with, and then you can speed this part of the process along. Those 2 are down, then you're just going to have some Goblins and Hobgoblins, and this is the last phase. So after the Centurions are down, this is going to be a pretty speedy endeavor. Just try not to have any stupid deaths like I have before, dealing with things like boxes that explode. I've had that happen. It's a bad way to go down. But again, do not forget about the snipers. They are going to be out and about. The Goblins will still be coming. There's the sniper shots. Goblins may still be creeping around, so watch for those, where they may be shielding the guys in the back, so do what you can to take those out. As the few from the other side creep your direction, make sure you just are aware that they can be coming. Chaff again. Got to keep your head on a swivel. I think it's just, there we go, finish that guy off. Alright, should be in decent shape when we grab some ammo. Now, at this point, you're going to have a few more snipers up there in the middle. Watch their suicide shots. Let those tag. And then you should be in good shape just to finish off the boss. You have to get a little aggressive with this one again. They come up here to the side. If you come up here, you might be able to pull the boss, you might not. It's just kind of a gamble to see if you can find the guy. Sometimes it's just hard to find him. Can't always guarantee that he's going to come over to where you are. It's the last section. He tends to be a bit... so I'm at 45,000 right now. I've had 50 basically give me the gold. So now what you want to look for is any of these stupid little boxes that are going to explode on the ground, because I've been killed by that before. But typically where you're going to find the boss, as you can see, he's probably right around this corner here. Now this is the point where you just kind of have to strafe him, take some shots, get some damage in where you can, and just avoid the big flak bloating balls of doom. Just keep trying to get those shots in where you can, strafing those black balls of death. Strafe out of the way. Just, again, get the shots you can. Don't die. It's not worth the stupid death and when you're this far along and all you have is him to deal with. He's not that fast, not that warpy. He's not going to be too crazy. And again, if you just strafe back and forth, kind of manage his shots, manage the corners, you should be okay. Got some heavy ammo here. May as well enjoy that for a minute. Gonna reload that one. Jump up here. Where's Ugly? Wow. Joys of not a tracking rocket launcher. That's all I can say there. We got a grenade. Try and hit him with that one. I wouldn't go try and burn him down with your super. It could get a little aggressive, a little painful. Just keep working him from a distance. It's going to be a safer way to go. Yeah, keep it up on him. We'll finish him off here soon. 45,000. We'll see if I get the gold contender by finishing him off, which would be nice. That would let me know if it's 50 or not. It's between 45 and 50. I do know that. Now, if you come down here underneath, just be careful. Wait for your health to come on up. He could be coming down a little closer, which gets to be a little tight. You might back off, get you some distance between you and him. If you do that, though, he may move as well, so just keep that in mind. And he is down. There's gold contender. So gold is between 45 and 50. Not too shabby. And then my time bonus at 7 minutes. We will see how much I get out of that. Time bonus was 6 minutes or so. Got me about 11,000 points. Not too shabby. Let me equip all my highest stuff here. Make sure I get my good gear. And then I'm going to open the box actually just to see what's in there. I think it's just that stupid shotgun, but I'm going to do it anyway. Got plenty of skeleton keys running around, and of course I get a class item. Yeah, I did beat my Titan time, not too shabby, so let's take a look at what I get. And I got a winter emote. You know, in the grand scheme of an emote bag and 20 strange coins, alright, but you know, of all things that you might actually have to pay for, I'll take it. I'm good on infusion fodder and everything else, so that one's not actually too shabby. But thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate the support as always. Keep that channel growing. And if you liked the video, drop a like below. If you didn't, hit that dislike button, but let me know why. Leave a comment. Always love to know what I can do to improve these videos for you guys. Other than that, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe on that main channel page, and I will keep the content coming your way. Use that little alert bell to get some notifications when you see those new videos up. Outside of that, guys, thank you for tuning in. Have a good one.